friends, welcome back to my channel, Luxe Party Favors by Nikki, and I am back with another graduation tutorial. And I did create a playlist that's titled Graduation Season Series or something along those lines, where I'm just going to pop all of my graduation tutorials there so you can quickly access them and make some money this graduation season. All right, so this tutorial is going to be super simple. This is going to be a Canva design tutorial, and we're going to be creating these adorable graduation magazine covers. Can you all see that? I never know. Like I said, I never know what you all can see. So hopefully you can see this on the camera. If not, I'm also going to probably give you a close-up as well. I'll just bring it down, bring the camera down. But it's so stinking cute and so super simple. So after I give my intro, you are going to see my computer screen where I'm going to open Canva and walk you through this very simple design. So what I plan to do with this, of course, is to create it for my son and pass it out to family and friends. He's graduating this year, as I've said time and time again in some of my other graduation videos. He's graduating this year, so this is going to be a cute keepsake for family and friends. You can frame it, put it on the wall right next to the graduation photos, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to also offer it to customers. I'm going to offer digital version and the hard copy as well. But of course, the prices will differ. So I'm trying to figure out how much I'm going to price it for. But if you think about it, a printout like this from, say, Walgreens is about $5 for a printout. So you got to take that into consideration. A lot of my designs and my physical products I sell locally, so I have to take that into consideration. I live near the San Antonio, Texas area, and the cost of living is lower than some of the other places in Texas. So, you know, I take that in consideration, and I make sure that I price my items appropriately without devaluing my products and my time. I make sure there's a good balance because, you know, I want to be able to provide items to customers and make it reasonable, but I want to make sure that I am paying myself accordingly. But this is a super simple product and project. It's not like my treats where I am doing the designing, the printing, the assembling, which takes a lot of time. This is a quick design and a printout. So if I'm doing like a party package with treats, it's gonna, you know, it's gonna be priced differently. But anyway, I know I talk a lot. I talk a lot in these intros, so you can forward right to the tutorial if you want, but sometimes I like to have a quick conversation. Okay, so the next thing you're gonna do is you're going to see my computer screen, and I'm gonna be walking you through how I create this super simple magazine cover for graduation season. Okay, we are now in the Canva app, and I'm going to go ahead and search graduation magazine in the search block, and you'll see there are a good amount that comes up, 20,000 to be exact. So you can really use whichever one you like, but I'm going to go ahead and choose the first one, the yellow and gray, and I'm just going to make some changes to this template. First, we're going to go ahead and get rid of Drew. Thanks, Drew, but we don't need you, and we're going to go ahead and change business to graduate. You will likely have to change the size, and I'm going to go ahead and change the font as well. And just because this is for college, I'm going to use my Wildcat College font, and I've used that in previous videos as well. So the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and change the color on this, and as you see, I just selected that letter A, and it has the color block under it, and so you can just change the color that way. And then to outline it, if you like, you just go to Effects, Shadows, and Outline, and I just outlined it in gray. So the next thing we're going to do is upload a background, and this background is actually the background that my son took his senior pictures, but he did not want to be my model. So you'll see it has like a blurred out situation going on. You see it right there. That's where my son was, but I blurred him out, but I wanted to keep the background. So I'm going to use like a little AI model to represent. And you'll see the AI model. He's a handsome boy. He he's similar and looks to my son, kind of similar. And the funny thing is the AI, he's wearing the same outfit that my son wore during his senior shoot. But of course, you'll use any photo that you have for your family or friends or customers. You can just upload the whole thing. You don't have to use AI unless, of course, you're trying to do a mock-up design, which I'm trying to do here. So this is my AI cutie. I'm going to go ahead and remove that background. As you see, I selected BG remover so that it gives it a more authentic look and it doesn't have that big block behind him. I'm just going to resize just to make it as natural as possible. And then I'm going to go ahead and rename this young man. I'm going to call him, what did I name him? Bryce Beckford. He looks like a Bryce Beckford. Looks like a smart guy. Seems like a smart name. So I'm just going to move him around. But again, this is not necessary step if you are not using an AI model. So I'm just going to go ahead and move that around. And then you'll see I'm going to start to remove some of the verbiage and make some changes based off of what I want it to read. So a couple of aspects that I have for all of my designs. It's going to include the name, of course, graduate. When I say all of my designs, that's all of my magazine designs. The graduate is the name of the magazine. You'll see I'm going to add the GPA. I'm going to add the child's extracurricular, if any, along with the child's school that they'll be attending, if they are going to college, or, just their next steps. And if they're going to college, I'm going to include their prospective major. And so again, this was my son. He was my muse for this design. So some of the information I'm going to put on here is similar and some is fictional. I'll let you be the guess. I'll let you guess what is fictional, what is fact, but I'm not going to confirm or deny to respect his privacy. All right, so what I did is I just did a search for seal within the elements section, and then I outlined it, and I've already showed how I outlined before, and I'm just going to go ahead and add the GPA on here for this fictional character for Bryce. So you just resize it just to make sure it fits in it and it looks good. And of course, you can add as much or as little as you want on these magazines. But the information that I am adding and the elements, I feel like it's a good balance. It's not too much. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete some of that verbiage. And I just did a copy and paste because I want to use that same font. And here I'm just going to add a makeup extracurricular situation. So Bryce was a track star in high school, and so now he's going on to be an engineer. So the next thing I'm going to do is add some more verbiage. What am I doing here? I'm just tightening up the lines. And if you go and select what I just did, you can adjust the lines, the letter spacing, and so on. So right now I'm going to add the edition. It's going to say 2025 or volume 2025. And then I'm going to take that same font to use for the class of. But I'm going to change the color so that it matches. So we have the edition or the volume. Why can't I see that? And now we are going to say class of 2025. I'm going to use that same font just to keep things consistent. And then below this, I'm going to add the make-believe college that Bryce is going to attend and his major. So right now I'm just moving things around, just spacing it so that it looks good and everything makes sense. And this is such a great way to just celebrate the graduate. And like I said previously, it's going to be a super cute keepsake, especially for families and good friends. All right, so there's this transparent box that was behind that verbiage. I just lengthened it a little bit just because I want to add more verbiage than what was in the original box. And that's why I like using the templates, because it's already there for you. All you have to do is make a few adjustments based off of what you need. So I'm just going to go ahead and include the information that I mentioned, his college. And since I am in Texas, we're going to use a Texas school. I'm not originally from Texas, but this is where I'll be living for the near future. I am originally from Maryland, but we are in Texas, so I have to represent for that. And that's where my boy is going to be going to school, in Texas. Like I said, some of this information is factual, some is fictional. So I'll let you guess in the box below. But again, I'm not going to confirm or deny. He'll get me. He's turning 18 soon, so I like to give him a little bit of privacy and respect when he says he doesn't want to be included in my shenanigans. And he's such a handsome boy, but he's super private. Okay, so we're going to be wrapping this up here. I'm just moving my little AI cutie around a bit, and you will not have this issue if you just use a regular photo. And I was debating whether or not I was going to outline him. I usually outline a lot, but I decided not to because it takes away from, the photo. All right, so there you have it, folks. Thanks so much for watching. I certainly hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and that you give it a try. As always, if you found that this video was helpful and you enjoyed yourself, please go ahead and subscribe. I do try to put out a tutorial at least once a week, usually Sunday, Monday. Again, I haven't figured out an exact schedule, but I think Sunday is the date that the day that I try to get these videos out. So please feel free to like, give a comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Tell a friend, share, follow my other social medias, and I'm gonna put those in the box below. I always put all the products I use and my social medias and my shops in the box below so you can access them on any video. Thanks for watching. Have a beautiful day.